What is going on, everybody? I'm back with a brand new video, and today I thought I'd bring you a quick in the bag video. I try to do this at least once a year because it seems like as a YouTuber my bag changes a lot, and so it's fun to show you guys what discs I'm bagging for my normal rounds. Starting with my putters, I am always bagging the Wardens. These things are perfect for me, and honestly it's the only putter that I've really ever putted with in my entire career, so there's no reason for me to change putters. I love the Warden, specifically the classic burst Wardens. Now I usually bag two of the same, but I left one behind in one video, and so I just have this regular classic one just so I have an extra putter in my hand when I'm putting. My go-to approach disc will probably never change. We have the Discraft Zone here. Usually I rely on the Jawbreaker a little bit more just because it is a zone. It's still overstable, but this Jawbreaker plastic allows me to get a much straighter flight out of it. I can kind of manipulate these angles a little bit easier and control the Jawbreaker a little bit easier. And then I have this 4xZ one in there, which is a beefcake of a zone. One of the most stable zones I feel like I've bagged in recent times, at least. When my elbow isn't hurting, I'm always throwing forehand approach shots, and the zone is just so workable, and I don't think it'll ever go out of my bag. Now for my throwing putter, I left it in my car, and my car is in the shop, so that's kind of unfortunate. But I'm bagging a Luna, an ESP Luna right now. My throwing putter changes a lot, and that's just because I kind of suck with throwing putters, so sometimes I think it's the disc and not me, and I just have to realize that I have to get better at it. It shows me when I put it on Anheuser, when I put it on Heiser, so that's kind of why I like it for now. We'll see if that stays in the bag. I'm currently bagging 3 mid-ranges, 2 buzzes. I have a Z Swirl buzz, which just got put in the bag. Shout out discgolfdealsusa.com for sending me this one. I'm kind of messing around with this a little bit just because of the feel, the plastic. You know, it's nice and gummy. So we'll see if it stays in the bag. I'm not sure if it will. But really, my go-to is this 5-time ESP buzz. This thing's been in the bag for probably 2 years now. It's seen a lot of trees, a lot of throws, and this thing's pretty dead straight for me. Overall, I just really trust this buzz, so love having it in the bag. Then for my fun mid-range is actually the Rolo. I always said this was in the bag just for fun, but recently it's gotten me out of a lot of trouble, especially since I don't have a forehand right now. Just stupid, understable, fun to throw, put it on some crazy hyzer angles. This is either gonna get me out of jail or it's just in there so that I can keep the game of disc golf fun. Now headed into my fairways, this is kind of a slot that I feel like doesn't change a whole lot through the years. I've kind of found fairways that work for me. So starting with my straightest ones, we have the Leopard 3. Halo Leopard 3, this is the USDGC run. I think some of the first Halo Leopard 3s to come out. I have this purple one that's been in the bag for a long time, kind of hyzer flipped this, kind of worked this on some Anheisers, and then this orange one is just dead straight for me. It's starting to see a little bit of turn out of it, but overall, very straight flyers here. Next is the Halo Sidewinder. This thing kind of goes in and out of the bag. Currently, it's in the bag because I always see online how these things bomb. In fact, this really works well for my forehand as well. This Sidewinder is more stable than most Sidewinders, I would assume, but if I felt really hard, I can get a nice little S turn out of it. Moving on to one of my favorite fairway drivers right now, to be honest with you. Very straight to that nice subtle fade is the Athena. These things are absolutely money. Currently I'm bagging 2. This one is the one that's kind of been in the bag for a long time. And then I just put this 6-time in there. It flies very similar, but I figured if I ever lose this one, I'll have a backup. Not a whole lot of differences between these two, but like I said, just very straight discs to that nice subtle fade. Definitely a disc that I feel like I need to have in the bag just because it's a bit more stable than those last 2 fairways. The Halo Thunderbird coming up next. Nice and stable. We kind of know what the Thunderbird does. This one's been in the bag for a very long time. Very straight to a more fade than the Athena. Last but not least, wrapping up the fairway drivers is the Raptor. So much more stable than the previous Aaron Gossage one, I would say, is a click up over the Thunderbird. Really just using this on a lot of forehands, I feel like. And then, of course, we have a Captain's Raptor. Same plastic as the Aaron Gossage. I really enjoy this plastic. But yeah, the Captain's Raptor, modified over stability, so very nice to have in the bag. forehand machine for me. I have a buddy that calls this my cheater disc because no matter what angle I put it on, it always seems to find the basket. And some of the biggest change in my bag is gonna be my drivers. So currently bagging 7 distance drivers right now. Starting off with the most flippy, we have the Hades. The Hades always finds a place in my bag. We have a ESP one here, which this thing is pretty understable, but at times it seems like I still can't turn it all the way over. So a little bit touchy when it comes to the angles. But then we have a Big Z Hades, which when I went on my road trip, if you watched any of that series there, I threw this all over the woods. Kind of nice little flip up out of it. Way more stable than the ESP. One of the biggest changes I feel like to my bag is I used to throw Wraiths, but now I've been throwing Zeuses, so I kind of just made that change. We have this white 5-time one, ESP. This thing kind of flips up the flat and rides a little bit. Then we have the medium stability is what I like to call it, this black one. If I really just want to throw straight to a fade, I'll throw this black one. Maybe if there's even a little bit of a headwind. And then if we have a crazy amount of headwind, I'm throwing this tie-dye American flag one. This thing is so beefy for a Zeus. So if you're looking for a beefy Zeus, I would recommend you pick one of these up. I am still bagging 1 Wraith, and that's because I really do like to forehand these. So if I really am struggling that day forehanding the Zeuses, you know, I still have this Wraith to rely on. If I need to hit a gap, I'll probably pull this out and throw it as hard as I can on forehand, and it'll be money. So I always have to keep one in the bag, I feel like. Way more comfortable throwing the Wraith on forehand than the Zeus. Wrapping this in the bag up is the Anthony Barella Venom. Jawbreaker Z Flex plastic. Once again, this has been shown in 3 discs that I bag now. But this thing is so beefy, very overstable. If I have headwind and I don't want to worry about anything, I'll just throw this Venom. And I really like this disc when it comes to ground play. So if I'm looking for a big hyzer skip, I feel like I can really rely on this Barella Venom. But yeah, guys, that is my in the bag. I am using the Discology Icon bag. I don't know if that's actually the name, but Discology bag. I've been loving this bag. Nice and light. It has all the storage that I could need. So I've really been kind of relying on this bag. You can pick this bag up using my discount code below in the description, and that'll help you save some money. But yeah, that's my in the bag. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm sure things will change throughout the season still, but definitely like showing you guys what I'm currently bagging. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on the next one.